guys, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here to do a review of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. They brought back some of our favorite participants of this show. Now, I watched this episode on my TLC app and it said part 1. So is part 2 going to be airing next Sunday? Because it said season 4 episode 1. So if there's another part to this, let me know, because I was thinking this was a 2-hour pre-premiere. So anyway, y'all let me know. But right now I'm going to do part 1, but if I come up with a part 2, I'll go ahead and review that. I'll probably put it up either tomorrow or Wednesday. But anyway, let's talk about these participants, okay? Let's start with Ashley and Jay. Now, if you are new to my channel, I get into these reviews and, honey, the more my blood pressure raises and frustrated I get, the higher my voice gets. So if it seems like I'm screaming, loud, yelling, I do apologize. Let me apologize ahead of time, okay? You've been warned. Because Ashley and Jay is going to get me there, all right? Jay, all of 19 years old from Jamaica, when he met 32-year-old Ashley, white woman from a racist town, okay? So they get together, all right? Everything was lollipop and gumdrops, except for the people of the town. Because, honey, they were not behind closed doors racist. They was up front racist, calling this young man an N-word, coon, monkey, death threats. Okay, they damn near told him, we're gonna hang you from a tree. So take your feet to the street, go back to where you came from, and get away from our white woman. That's basically what they said. So, the stress of it all. They go to Las Vegas, and they had a little quick wedding. Alright, now. Ashley had been told that Jay has a wandering eye. Okay. Now, this always was some contention in their relationship, Alright. This young man, being all of 19 years old, had no business marrying this woman. None whatsoever. But love takes over your senses. So, come to find out that he was chit-chat with a couple of females, all right? Some little online love. Well, okay, that just threw Ashley for a loop. She could not believe this 19-year-old boy would cheat on her. All right, so instead of them getting a divorce, all right, he go back to Jamaica. She moves on with her life. All right, they gonna try to work it out. This is a hot mess, okay? This whole episode was fussing, fighting. You shoulda did this, shoulda, woulda, coulda, okay? Ashley was like, I cannot believe you lied to me, all right? You out here to have an online romance. Here's Jay. I'm sorry, okay? I apologize, okay? We have been arguing for over a year now, okay? Let's try to work this out. I want to stay married to you. You are my wife. I love you. I don't know what else to do. They in the car, okay? She says, get out. She makes this young man get out of the car and walk home. He gets there. She has a little smirk on her face because she feels like, hey, I'm one up on you. Okay, he walked to me. Okay, he's sitting there in that chair begging for this woman to love him, begging for their marriage. So we already know where this is going to go this whole season. Begging. Ashley fussing. Okay, that is what they're going to do. Okay, we already see that coming. All right, Ashley, look. He had a little online tryst. All right, you know that. You can't keep beating this young man down. Divorce him. All right? And let it go. Find someone else. Move on. Because if you cannot accept his apology and trust him again, there's no hope. I am convinced at this point that this is just for TV with these two. Because there's no way this is going to work. No way. Alright? Let's move on. Alright, we have the lovely couple of Chantel and Pedro. Child, honey, let me tell y'all something. Chantel, met Pedro, okay. Loving, doving, alright, they were on one. But there was only one problem with Chantel and Pedro. Chantel's parents didn't know anything about this arrangement. So Chantel done got the visa, brought Pedro to Atlanta, Georgia, and said, listen here, Mom and Daddy, this is Pedro. Okay, he's not from this country, and guess what? We're going to get married on Thursday. Now, if you were parents, how would you take that? Chantel was in the wrong for that. She could have at least let her parents know what was going on. Ease the blow a little bit. So her parents are going to feel some type of way about that. All right, so the parents are pissed off. So they thought it was a good idea to, have Chantel's parents meet Pedro's parents. All right. Well, honey, that didn't go well. Honey, Chantel and Pedro's mom and sister got into it, honey. Chantel called Pedro's sister all kinds of B words, whores, sluts. I said, girl, what is going on here? It was a disaster. It was a disaster. So, Pedro thought it was a good idea to invite his sister down, even though his wife has already called her a whore, a slut, and the B word. So they had this dinner, all right, and then Chantel's family, Pedro and Pedro's sister, honey, they got into it. When I tell you it was the dinner of hell. Honey, Chantel's brother stood up and said, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but you're going to come up in here and disrespect my family. And Pedro said, we got time. There's two options, space and opportunity. Honey, Pedro was like, I got time today. Honey, they start fighting. Honey, it was women squalling, kids crying, dogs barking, cats meowing, cameras flying, weed flying. At the end of it, Chantel's mama had a lock of hair in her hand. I said, yeah. I said, now look at here, look at here. Chantel's mama said, this is Atlanta. I'm about to show you how we get down. We leave with locks of hair. I will snatch you bald. So now we're here present day. All right. Chantel is looking for houses in Savannah, Georgia. Pedro meets with her and was like, look, Savannah's beautiful. Okay. The further we are away from your family, we can make this work. Okay. I can't be around your family. Chantel was like, listen, that's my family, okay? I just cannot pick up and move to Savannah. We're going to have to discuss all of this. And so he was like, well, what's going to come first? Me or your family? She was like, listen, after that fight, we hardly even speaking to each other. Us moving is not going to resolve this. So, of course, her and Pedro go back and forth. Should they stay in Savannah? Should they stay in Atlanta? And he's like, listen, what about me? What do you want from me? And she was like, I want you to understand how I feel. So, I see this season, Chantel and Pedro is going to be on one. Okay? On one. Let me remind you, apologies ahead of time. Let's talk about Colt and evil Larissa, okay? Now, as we know, they had no business getting married. Larissa was on one from day one, okay? Selfish, jealous, manipulative, evil, disrespectful. Them are all the things that the evil Larissa was. Okay, but Colt, found her intriguing. All right. Larissa was up front with her evilness. All right. She disrespected Colt outright, disrespected the family, and disrespected his mama. But, he went ahead and married her anyway. Now, before they got married, there was a confrontation. 911 was called, the police showed up, and Larissa was dragged off, clink, clink, in handcuffs. All right. Now, this was before the wedding. All right. But, he dropped the charges. So, the state of Nevada said, you can drop the charges all you want. We won't. So, the state continued with this case because it was a domestic violence case. And they take that very seriously. You just can't be calling 911 and say that you are being assaulted, screaming, yelling. They think they're going to sweep that under the rug. No, sir, no, ma'am. Y'all remember what Larissa said? Whoever goes against the queen will die. So he chose to marry her anyway. Okay. And guess what happened after that? Train wreck. All right. Still arguing. Still depressed. Did y'all see how depressed Colt looked? Honey, he's sitting up there in that confessional swole. Honey, he looked like a tick. He done put on all kinds of weight. And let me tell you something. That shirt he had on, who told him it was a good idea to wear them 2 sizes too small shirts? Okay, Jesus himself was holding that scene together. Now, I am not body shaming this man, okay? That is wardrobe shaming. That's the wardrobe department. They knew he looked a mess in that, okay? They knew he should have wore that shirt. They should have gave him a 3XL. That's what they should have. Because let me tell you something. If that button was to pop off, somebody died. I'm just saying, okay? That's a wardrobe department. It's a shame. So he's sitting there stressed, eating, putting on all kinds of weight, looking like a tick. And Larissa over there, mean, evil, moody. Did y'all see how she was looking at him, honey? If I was him, I wouldn't sleep. The disdain that she had on her face. She can't stand that man. And she said it. She said, I don't like him. Okay, this marriage is hell. That's what she said. Still disrespected him. Okay, so she goes and she meets up with her lawyer. All right, now the mother has to take her. The woman she disrespects on the daily has to take her, haul her around. She's still disrespected. She was like, I do not like Colt's mom at this point. I do not like this woman. Honey, her mama should have kicked her out just like, Ashley kicked out Jay. Make her walk. So, she gets to the lawyer's office. And the lawyer was like, all right, well, listen, we take these charges of domestic violence very seriously. Okay. Now, Colt said that you was just out of hand. Okay. You out here screaming, yelling, breaking things, and you scratched him. And she was like, oh, wait a minute, pump your brakes. That's not what happened at all, and that's not what Colt told me. Colt told me that he did not tell the police anything. Colt didn't tell me that. Okay? When I was told he was having an argument, and I would point them away. I point them. That's what happened. And so the lawyer was like, Lord, why didn't I call in sick today? So the lawyer was like, listen, okay? If these charges stick and you are found guilty, you will be deported. Okay, so we're going to have to work out a game plan. So that is Colt and Larissa. Child, they are a hot mess. I mean, oh my God. Larissa is something else, honey. That evil, nasty Larissa. All right, let's talk about Nicole and Azan. I will make this real quick. okay? We all know what it is. We right here with these two, okay? Let me make this quick, all right? Nicole met Azan, all right? Morocco. Alright, so she goes over to Morocco, lovey-dovey, kissy-kissy, touchy-touchy. He was like, if you don't get your hands off me, okay. We can't do that here, okay. This is a totally different culture, alright. So she had a temper tantrum. She pushes them. She's on the side of the road, you know, up against the car crying. Alright, but you know, they made up, kissy-kissy, lovey-lovey. Alright, so there's always been a problem. So she moves back to the United States. Alright, the visa got denied. Alright, so she said, okay, you can't hold me and my man down. I'm just going to pack up my stuff and I'm going to move to Morocco. Okay. Alright, but see, something happened. Alright. Right before she was about to move, she got a little information from a friend that said, girl, you need to look at this. Listen to this. And there's Azan, you know, talking to another woman, talking about good morning. Flirty, flirty. You hear me? Okay. So he's talking to another woman. Now, there's all kinds of red flags with this relationship. All right. The visa not working out. You can't touch your man in public. You know, he's talking to another woman. That didn't deter her. She forgave him. All right? She forgave him. Not only that, you know, hey, she gave him money, $6,000 to open up a shop. You know, he pitched in a little bit. I think he pitched in, what, $300? Okay. So while all this was going on, you know, she was moving to Morocco, but she had to give up her apartment. So she didn't have nowhere to live. So she moved in with her sister and her brother. Now, girl, this is a mess, okay? This ain't gonna work. Obviously, he's a scammer, okay? All right. He done took your money, $6,000. Now, he is in Morocco, you here. Okay, visas are getting turned down left and right. You need to leave this man alone. All right. So she finally admits in this episode that there is no shop. Okay. Finally admits it. No, that there's no shop. Okay, then where's your money? I think even her sister or her mama, one of them asked, where's that money? Okay, where's your $6,000? There's no shop. Where's your money? I'll tell you where it's at. Okay. Azan got it. Honey, he is playing you for a fool, child. Poor thing. We see this. Why can't you see this, Nicole? Then, you know, money becomes a problem. Because when they were planning their wedding, you know, he was like, this costs this much. This costs that much. This costs that much. Okay? So they canceled their wedding plans. So let's run down the red flags. Okay? You know, the visa gets turned down. You can't touch your man in public. Okay? There's no store. Okay? You caught him, you know, talking to some other girl. Okay? There's no store. Okay? He canceled the wedding plans. All right? There's no store. All right. Now, where's your $6,000, Nicole? Whatever. I'm going to let y'all know now, honey, the Nicole and Azan story, I am not going to be too invested in because, child, I can't. Okay. If you don't see this train wreck in front of you, Nicole, then I don't know what is. He is in Morocco. He ain't thinking about you. Okay. He got your $6,000. Why didn't you take that $6,000 and put it towards that wedding? Non-existent store. Alright guys, that is it. Alright. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if there's a part 2 floating around here. I don't think it is. I think that is, I think that's next week. So, let me know what you think. Alright? And until next time, friends, bye.